captain tells me he wants me to investigate the helicopter crash, the Jagman, and he wants to know everything we did wrong. I said, no, sir, you don't, because we did a hell of a lot of things wrong. So now I'm in double trouble. Turns out I was right again. To make a long story short, now the unpopular chief engineer is investigating one of the popular helicopter pilots. So I was pretty much alone on that ship, because now everyone involved in the aviation department, most of them I've got to question, get statements from. The helicopter pilot refused to give me a statement, would not cooperate. It was astounding to me. And I believe it was because I was a black officer investigating a pilot. He didn't think I was qualified to investigate or judge him. It didn't turn out well in the long run, but he managed to retire. He got an end of cruise award after he crashed a $15 million helicopter. And my captain told me, Keith, your performance has been outstanding. I've got a limited number of awards to give out. The OIC has convinced me that if these guys come back without an award, their cruise has been unsuccessful. And I wanted to say, what if they come back without a helicopter? So that section of the book was the hardest to write, because there are other issues there that are difficult. But you're both right and wrong about the hierarchy. And the second part of your question, I've been talking so long I forgot what it was about, but I appreciate it. Psychology. Psychology, you're exactly right. But you have to remember, the members of the military come in, they're socialized just like everybody else is. You don't have to identify yourself as a female, you don't have to identify yourself as white. Society will do that for you. Every sailor knows when one of the bumpy sailors walk by, because they've got bumps and stuff, they're sticking out in the hair. So you don't have to identify, you're going to be seen that way. Sometimes you'll be harassed because they resent you or they're attracted to you. Human beings are human beings, whether they're wearing uniforms or not. Another question?
What made you stay in that horrible situation? Seriously, working. I mean, you could have, and I assume you sign up for tours or something, and then you can get out. You know, it wasn't indentured slavery.
No, I just refused to quit.
Why? What made you? That's what I'm really curious about.
I think
so many people. I mean, I know. You know, certainly I would have been gone a long time.
I think I wanted to prove my father wrong. I wanted to prove to my father that the Navy was not as racist as he said it was. He was right and he was wrong as well, because he would never have dreamed of me becoming an officer in the Navy. I don't think he ever worked for a black officer, probably never saw one. But I just refused to quit. I have a buddy of mine, his name is Bill Goss. He's a local author, motivational speaker, etc. He's read the book twice. I've known him since I was 19 years old. Great guy. I compare his career to mine. He also worked for Admiral Delaney, but they were buddies. They had a TV show together, worked together, they were friends. I was not Admiral Delaney's buddy. He called in the Naval Audit Service on me, and I had to go through an audit where they went through every piece of paper I touched, trying to convince the Navy that I was wrong. Turns out I was right. It was a risky move, but I was right. Admiral Delaney offered me a job afterwards, and I didn't take it. You'll have to figure out for yourself why. But Bill and I went through, we diverged, and then we reconnected several times. But he's read the book twice. And he writes books on motivational speaking, overcoming obstacles, et cetera, et cetera. And we sat down one day and spent 5 hours going over the book. This is his copy. I've got to get it back to him. It's got all kinds of notes and questions and stuff. But at the end of that 5 hours, Bill said to me, Keith, I don't know how you survived this. He said, I would not have survived this. So in answer to the question, I don't know how I did it either. I just simply refused to quit. I was not going to let all this adversity defeat me. In the long run, it caused me long-term problems. But nobody can say they forced me to quit. And if you can just make it through you don't have to make it through the next week. You don't even have to make it through to tomorrow. If you can just hang on for the next 15 minutes, you're going to be okay. You do it in 15-minute increments. And that's pretty much what I did. Sometimes it was 5-minute increments. Go ahead.
I want to thank you for this powerful presentation, for this powerful speech, the insight into your life and your achievement. I want to congratulate you on that. Also on the book, and I want to thank the Penn women that we were giving you the opportunity, just for the simple reason, did we ever have a male speaker here? I don't recall that. So,
had male
yeah,
speakers.
well,
yeah.
maybe I missed a few. So I'm very impressed, and I want to thank you for a few things that I learned, and you answered one of my questions that has been bugging me for a couple of days. My daughter is just in Sudan, and she got an invitation to the Marines Ball in Sudan. Marines in Sudan. Okay, it's a country.
Yes.
What country? Locked country. And it says Marines from 1775 to 218. And I only knew that America wasn't even a free country till 1776. So when you say it's 243 years that the Navy was established, so maybe I need to ask you for more information, but at least I have some,
Okay.
I go home with some information that has been bugging me.